Hello, we're back. So, sorry it took a second. I had to, usually I take 15 minutes prior to a stream to get all the hardware set up. This is kind of a switch out this time. That's about how long it took. So, we are about to start. Nope, don't fall. Silent Hill Downpour, which is commonly regarded as the worst of the series. And I want to make clear the purpose of playing this is not to dunk on it. Because I kind of feel that, you know, video games are just really hard to make. And even if something is a buggy mess, there's a level of respect I feel that's owed it. And yeah. Let's get Twitch chat back up here. So yeah, the goal here is to have fun, enjoy it, and appreciate its successes as well as its misses. Because I am a positive person. And incidentally, a game that I do hope to bring onto stream sometime, is an unorthodox game, is this, which is Terror Tracks. It is a CD game that you play, and it's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure thing. You listen to the story snippet, you make your plot course choice, and you know, and then you jump to whatever track. It's kind of a choose-your-own-adventure kind of thing. And Downhill Origins. Yeah, that's that wound up being a near spoonerism, close enough, but it wound up being on mark for how I hear the game's reputation is. But yeah, no, this will be fun. I'm hoping to bring Boogle, channel moderator, on. But yeah, just look at this font. This is so 1990s. Look at that. There's a full moon. Oh, I can't read that. I want to read it dramatically, but I can't. There's a full moon over the bayou and something bubbling up from Cajun country. It ain't hot sauce. Everyone knows to dial 911, but what happens to the strange calls? This was actually a series, and it was released by TRS, the same folks who did D&D before Wizards of the Coast acquired them. And yeah, so it's got some curiously legit prestige pedigree. Let's see. I mean, honestly, if we're approaching this in the spirit of true investigation, we don't know if it's hot sauce, and we just gotta go and find out. That's the #1 way to get 911 out to your place in Cajun country. Hey, something's bubbling up out here. Is it hot sauce? Ma'am, we're already on our way. They made a web version of it a while back. This is like pre-social media, so it would be quite old, and I'm hoping to find it. Oh well, modern gaming. So you've bought a video game. How long would you like to wait to play it? At the very least, I do appreciate that modern consoles give you the option to they give you the option to play without updating, and therefore, you know, just like play offline, as opposed to the forced update. Unfortunately, the copy of Downpour that I got is, I had hoped it would have the instruction manual on here. Back of the box copy, Who Can Stop the Rain? I imagine that if John Fogerty in fact played video games, he and the legacy of Creedence Clearwater Revival would like to have a word with the person who wrote that copy. Also 3D compatible at the bottom there. I don't even know, I mean, as I mentioned at the head of the last part of this stream, I'm in the market for upgrading a TV. The last TV I got was like 6-7 years ago, so I don't even know if 3D televisions are a thing anymore. Actually, while this is loading up, actually is a pretty cool, I might as well show you what the interior of Terror Tracks looks like. There's this. This is a CD audio interactive game. It works on the CD player you've already got. And don't worry about the rules. If you know how to use your CD player, you know how to play this game. You play it in the dark, when you're most alone. Clearly, this ad copy was written for socially graceless nerds. Of course they're going to be alone in the dark. Yeah, so I didn't know this was going to be a thing, so I apologize for that, which is why we're finding things to occupy ourselves with. If you want to go and take a shower, I'm not going to take it personally. In fact, I never take it personally when someone takes a shower, just as a social rule. Track of the Werewolf. Yeah, this is. It's interesting that if you look on the interior, that's okay. I will be talking about a much lower tech game that nonetheless would let me play it more immediately than this. In the meanwhile, yeah, it's neat. They for all the locations that you can go to on this in this story, they put them on this map. And it's funny because, I mean, it looks like they drew roads on here, but it kind of looks largely arbitrary, which I guess if you're making a fictional map, it doesn't really need to be precise. For a more visual, more visually engaged players, I imagine something like that probably helps with the whole theater of the imagination element. But yeah, it separates that out into bayou, river, ocean, and oh yes, this is what TRACS stands for. Trace, research, analyze, exterminate. So, that'll be fun when we get to it. As I hope this will be when we get to it. Hmm. 1994. Would have been in the 9th grade. So, this has got a little ways to go. I'm going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and hopefully in about 5 minutes, this will be ready to go. All right. Hi. Looks like I came back at 71%. That was a don't fall. Okay. That was a good opportunity to get a quick snack. Investigate how bad this has gotten. Oh my God, it's so bad. I was outside for an hour. That's it. You know, there's some people who like spend. And I at one point in my life I used to be one of them. Spend like 12 hours a day outside, and they continue to live lives that are not defined by epidermal pain. That's no longer my existence. Going outside is a nightmare, and I would not wish it on my worst end. Well, yeah, I would do that to him. But lower grades of malcontents don't deserve this. So here's hoping that aloe vera does in fact its work. That's a sentence. And here's hoping that this LaCroix, besides providing the fluid needed to rejuvenate skin and bring me back from the brink of radiation death, that cold, as the element opposite the sun's, will also course through my veins and render me into some sort of frost giant whose very existence threatens the sun, both in fact and in creed. I want one day for the sun to behold my frost and ice-laden husk and be deeply offended to the core of its personal beliefs and wonder how such a thing could possibly exist on Earth, and that will begin the heat death of our planet. Yeah, it's still going. That's why I'm talking about becoming a frost giant and destroying the sun with moral outrage. No, it does not in fact accelerate. It is not subject to any gravity but its own. Although, given Silent Hill Downpour's reputation, this might actually be the most perfect way of opening the stream. So yeah, here we go. Ooh, I do like 90s. I always yearned for one on a test in high school. Oh, how rarely it happened. Oh yeah. Oh, we're about to get enough triple digits. You're gonna show me that 100. I need you to show me that 100. Do not stop at 99. Yes. There we go. Make this journey worth it. This is suspiciously long percentile to be holding at. I really want you to do this for me. My God. There we go. Thank God. Wow, there's so much setup. There we are. I was just going to gradually increase the rotation of my neck until it spun all the way around and hope that the game would launch before I had to do that to myself. With the use of the right weapon, Murphy can... Damn it, now I'll never know! Alright. Let's turn on some subtitles. Yes, in fact. Tutorial hints. Object lighting. No, we'll smear Murphy's face on the environment for a while and see what we can find. Did that take? It did not take. that took. What is extras? All right. They're very proud of the concept art of this lock. It is it's everything they want to show me. Oh, I can't wait to collect all these locks. Although, yeah. No, that's not how we do this ever. Fire X can hack through boarded doors. Oh, looks like they're carrying that over from Silent Hill. Homecoming. Murphy's got kind of a degenerate Henry Townsend look to him. That run-in with Walter Sullivan really opened Henry eyes to the possibilities of a life of crime. The only pictures this guy is taking are mug shots. Actually, he wouldn't be taking them, he would just be in them. I'm going to pull that joke back. Are you hearing audio? Because it's possible that this is actually very quiet and not optimized. If it's... Okay. Do you think it merits turning up? Okay. Just gonna play around with this for a little bit. And this camera moves very quickly. Okay, yeah, hold on one second. Let me turn it up. Oh. Wait, nope. It doesn't matter if I turn it up on the TV because that does not affect your experience at all. Unless you would like to hear it secondhand through my speakers, through this, it's not ideal. Okay, so I look forward to finding out if this game is one where it has one volume for everything except, you know, maybe like a handful of combat encounters, at which point it blows out your eardrums. So, let's give this a shot, see how this feels.
Keep up.
All right, how's that sounding to you? Looks like he had another chance to speak and prove his projection.
Make it quick, Cupcake. Hey, almost forgot. I left you a little present on the bench. Have fun.
Well, I do like, it looks like they did not just make half the face and copy it over. It's got a level of asymmetry to it, which I dig. That's one of the things about Metal Gear Solid 4 that it's always strange to me whenever I play it, is the face is just sort of like mirrored on each side outside of when Snake starts to take serious damage through the plot. Emergency first aid. ABCs of immediate first aid.
You're not changing your mind, are you?
Murphy does move quite slowly. Actually, I'm curious to see, does that take my camera? Okay, cool.
Are we going to do this?
So it's got suspense moment, kind of like the Resident Evil games. where it brings the camera up and you kind of take Murphy's point of view, peer alongside the crack, and then open it up, which is good. I like that.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. When you guys are running the showers, the steam fogs up the camera so bad you can't see anything go down in there. You get what I'm saying?
Does he want me to commit a crime?
What are you waiting for?
Hey, Roundelay, yes. We are starting Downpour. And it looks like there's some sort of stave, or shiv, as I hear it's called, and a kitchen shiv, also called a knife. So I know he wants me to turn on the showers so that whatever dirty deeds done dirt cheap need to happen can be done anonymously. But I do see that we are starting with our visual image of the water falling. That's good. As I am practicing interacting with all of these objects and turns. Oh, hey, Roundley, check this out. I got super sunburned today. Look at that. It's like bacon, man. Rip me. Hey, Shantae. Yes, this is the ultimate horror. Wasting all this water. Can I unlock? That's what you prompted me to do. Oh, it's telling me that I need to unlock. That's a weird UI prompt. Maybe now I get to pick up the shiv? I do get the shiv. Do I get the kitchen shiv? Oh no! Did I have a choice? Oh, I should have gotten the kitchen shiv. Yeah, I met a friend for coffee today, and the only available seating was in the sun, and I know how this works, given that I've inhabited this body for 40 years, nonetheless did not want to...
Scared the hell out of me. What the hell's going on? Where's Sewell?
That shiv is much longer in the hand than it was on the bench.
There's been a mistake. I'm a sequestered prisoner. You're not supposed to be here. Guards? Officer Sewell? Hello?
You don't recognize me, do you?
What? No, Guard! Guards! Anybody?
We used to be neighbors.
Guards! Guards, open the goddamn
Yeah, I think the game
door.
does look fine,
Somebody.
graphically, for a
It's
PS3.
a violation of my rights. Who the hell do you think you are? When I talk to the warden,
No one's listening.
help! Jesus, help me!
Man, I've got to say this is acceptably dark as a tutorial, because usually like with like Yakuza, right? They give you a couple of like low-level grunts and give them infinite health while you practice your first combos, and this one like you're actively just like beating the hell out of somebody, probably unjustly. Do have a drop in frame rate. Oh, good, kitchen shiv. Where are you? Do I run? Oh, that's how I run. Cool. Man, usually they just like let you find out how awful your character was in Silent Hill. You don't get to perform it. Huh. It's interesting. Yeah, I know. This is much more violent toward like an actual human being than I'm used to seeing in a Silent Hill. I'm wondering if they're pushing the edge on this or just trying to communicate that Murphy is genuinely a guilty human being, rather than leave you to assume that through finding your character's demons.
You know exactly why.
Did I wake you, Pendleton?
Murphy Pendleton. 5-syllable name.
Come on, rise and shine.
Henry
Cupcake.
Townsend. James Sunderland. Harry Mason. Heather Mason. Travis Grady. So, this is like the first Silent Hill protagonist that has 5 syllables in their name and not 4.
So you go. Prisoner secure. Open 302B. Transfer.
Just want you to appreciate that. Oh. Yeah, hey, that's what I'm here for. Okay. I no longer have my adventure controls. Wait for an officer to give you a proceed signal. Oh, I can only move forward. I wonder what year this is supposed to take place.
Where you going, huh? Still owe me, man. I ain't gonna
I guess I've never thought about it, but I've always assumed that every Silent Hill takes place at least 5 years in the past from the release date.
We ain't sightseeing, Murphy.
And this is the only one that seems like it is meant to take place kind of in the present.
back any time, you hear? You still owe me, man. I ain't gonna forget that shit, you hear me?
So yeah, so far I don't really see anything objectionable to it. It's definitely different for a Silent Hill game, but seems fine so far. T. Willis. Officer is a very,
Guess this is it. No fond farewell?
very cousin to
You gonna miss
G-Man look.
Not even a little.
Give it a couple of days at Wayside Max. I bet you'll start to miss this place after all. Because we sure are gonna miss you. Move 'em out!
So, looks like Murphy is not just a bad guy, he is a bad prisoner. Though it's unclear how much of that murdering the childhood enemy business was a dream versus a reality. Evening, Hamlet. Yeah, Tuesday sneaks up. caught me too. I was gonna run some errands and then head out to the park this evening, and then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh wait,
Years now, sugar.
we gotta finish up Silent Hill. And we did. The first one finished up very quickly, and now here we are on the next.
Lady, mount up.
What we got here?
Pendleton. Get on the bus.
Buckle up, get cozy.
That's really interesting,
We got a long
Roundelay.
ride ahead of us.
Yeah. No, there is an attempt. I see what you mean. Tell me if I'm understanding right. That the games try to set you up to dislike those characters and justify the fate by justify their fate by making them unattractive in some conventional sense. Silent Hill 3 kind of does. But this is like actually interacting with other NPCs. I think for most Silent Hills, the only characters that really get modeled are our main characters, our story characters. But here we've got characters who might wind up in Silent Hill, might not. You can kind of tell she's probably going to play a role. Obviously, Pendleton is. She's got something out against him. The other prisoners might show up as people who meet fates to demonstrate what Pendleton is up against. I'm guessing the driver's going to die on collision. Because let's be honest, just don't drive through Silent Hill. It's just a bad idea. You're gonna swerve off the road thinking you're about to hit a spectral woman.
You have a good nap, Weddle? Tell me something, puta. That true what I heard about you? Did you really do it?
Shut the hell up!
Fuck you, Weddle.
I said lock it up, damn it!
See? I'm telling you, man, that curve. That curve. No one ever makes it. Oh yeah, no, totally. I'm expecting all the story beats of anybody who is not your Anglo protagonist to die as the way that sort of like genre pacing dictates. Which I think was probably still more the way of things when this was made than they would be now.
Okay.
So hold on one second, I'm catching up with the chat.
Find the highway. Put some ground between yourself and the bus.
Yeah, RE6 did come out then too. I liked RE6 myself. I thought it was a solid game and fun, and it had a good balance of the horror and the action. Polycount tracks? Polycount tracks? What are polycount tracks? And yeah, Hamlet, it's what, oh, did I miss the prompt to open up my journal? I think I did. This is my combat stance. That's my combat punch. Correlation between colleague. Oh, yeah. Yes. that's a pretty good giveaway as to who is going to be sticking around. Usually, I mean, usually they try to at least keep you a good 15 feet away from the ones who are not relevant. All right. Functional facility. All right, there's the tire. Wow, man, this bus is held together by tinfoil and cellophane.
Whoa.
And yes, Hamlet, this is the one that everyone hates.
Guess I'm not going that way.
Oh, there's my run. Cool. Do I go this way? Come on, tell me I'm right. Tell me the driver died on impact.
If you can hear me, give me a shout.
Drat. Universally hated instead of widely hated.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Crows, for some reason, flying out like bats. Do I go through here? Oh, this is probably a load area. I kind of want to explore a little bit more. But no, I gotta say, for, I mean, PS3 generation, this doesn't look that bad. I'm getting some more polished than Kane and Lynch 1 feelings from it. The PS3 version disarmed. Seriously. That is hard to believe. And yeah, there we go. There's
This didn't happen.
the one who illustrates what is going to happen to me if I fail in Silent Hill. What you might call a model prisoner. But I'm ting. Yeah, Hamlet. That's what I mean. Ark. That's what I was thinking as well. Probably the smaller player base makes that more likely.
Cold.
Oh, there's my thing. Oh man, I remember Drake's Fortune did this with the 6-axis controller, and never 100% a fan of
This is crazy.
of balancing sequences like this. Like this is a game mechanic that I would actually like to see a small list of every game that does this, purely for my own morbid cataloging curiosity. That's a good point, Ark. I think that what am I doing? Am I going around here? Yeah, probably push up against the... No, that actually would take me back to the other side and would be a pointless risk. yeah, I think people knowing about it gave them that goal. Otherwise, I don't know if people would just sort of like reach that conclusion on their own, which might be part of the message of the game, right?
Get your ass down on the ground now.
Unless you knew there was some sort of reward for disarming,
Take it easy.
would you do it?
I'm not going anywhere.
And is that the sort of thing that we need in real life to actually get rid of all of our nukes?
I was just looking for help.
And you just happen to lose your cuffs in the process? Save the bullshit.
I've got to say, that seems like a less than optimal situation to deal with the balance,
You're gonna get yourself killed.
Keep your
balance
goddamn hands where I can
disturbing force of a pistol shot. Right, Hamlet?
Pull me up.
Hang on.
Oh, I get moral choices.
Oh God.
Don't let go.
I want to let you know that I tried to save her.
Damn it.
Well, that's
If only I'd move faster.
I'm
Damn it.
a hardened criminal, but I'm not a monster. Do I get to try to cross now? Have to pay respects. Yeah, I mean, Hamlet, I agree. I think that him having an attitude of indifference, not sure what there was telling me that I needed to do this, but him having an attitude of indifference would be character building. Silent Hill will remember this. I think probably the most affecting use of that in any Telltale game that I ever played was if you skip the credits, it tells you Telltale will remember this, and you're like, oh god, like, am I gonna find like my tires punctured? Telltale's coming. And unlike this ending, you will not see it coming. Aerial, tram station, gas station, diner, Overlook, penitentiary. So I guess Overlook is where I was going. There's a penitentiary in Toluca Lake. Charming. Hold R1 while running to continue running. Yes, find a way out of the area. Found the highway, looks like one hell of a storm came through. No wonder we crashed. Need to find a route out of here. Maybe boost a car in town? Boost a car in town? Feels like slang that I'm not familiar with. Oh, let's see. John P. Sator, murderer? Have you seen this dog? Lost on Tuesday, 12th July. Response to the name Carl. Any information leading to the finding of my dog will be rewarded with $500. Call day or night. And somebody tagged dead or alive on there. Charming. What is the 673 area code? Excuse me. I wonder.
Something is very wrong here.
Alright, got myself a wrench. Ah. Man, the old-time oil dispensary.
I could break this down to the right turn.
You know, I was joking at first, but it seems like that concept art of the lock business might actually be paying off. Just 1 second. L2. Okay. What, do you want me to throw at that bird? I'm not gonna throw it at that bird. Thank you. Yeah, right? Actually, I'm wondering, I mean, it's possible that if my behavior is being judged on moral terms, that might actually be something that it pays attention to. We joke about the Telltale connection, but that might have merit. Oh boy, could a nurse be far behind? A walkie-talkie. Tutorialization as invasive thoughts. That is interesting, yeah. And is also very Silent Hill. August. That is maybe the shortest Dark Souls level design route I've seen in a long time. You made it to the other side, you've opened the door, and now you're free to go back from whence you came. Devil's Pit. Now Ellie can get through. Yeah, but in Silent Hill Downpour, unlike Last of Us, as we see, you can try to save Ellie, but you won't succeed. Devil's Pit aerial tram. Free tickets for kids who beat our escape games. Something that I can't read at this resolution. Failed with subterranean something and lesions? Disabled access for wheelchair users. Yeah, I think that's an interesting distinction, Hamlet, is that, you know, Silent Hill's thing, the reason why James and Mary, why it relates to them at all, is because they had, you know, it was kind of a resort town and was meaningful to them for that reason. And Tourist Trap is a different feel, for sure. It's interesting. I'm not even seeing what there is. Oh, okay. I can only carry one weapon on me at a time. And I think I'll keep this wrench. And legends indeed. So I am seeing a wheelchair that's knocked over there. I am seeing a poster that says disabled accessible. I'm seeing skid marks. And I am drawing a conclusion that I am in the presence of environmental storytelling.
These games Game
tokens? Level designer was here.
Free tram ticket.
I mean, it might sound like I'm being sardonic, but like, no, seriously, like having all those cues in place is, no, that's good. I know what's happening. I am oriented. I have an idea of what I need to do. Let's see. How do I zoom? There we go. Okay. I guess I am supposed to. Oh, okay, that's right. I can zoom, so I guess I am supposed to read this. Forget to beat our escape game. Be free, get free ticket. Tokens at kiosk, win and ride. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we are hitting up the freedom from jail theme here. Okay, that sets the tram in place. I'm noticing autosaving, which makes me wonder if there is to be no characteristic, there's no characteristic Silent Hill save point particular to our hero's mindset. It's a good balance. I'm hoping that this is going to take me to a game thing that I can play. No other place in America has a view like this. Bring cameras. The ride to the top takes 15 minutes on a round trip and stay longer in the observation room. Okay. So I'm wondering if I overlooked the escape game location. Yep. Old Murphy buy anything Pendleton. All right, I'm gonna do one more search up here to see if there's a see if the game is up here. We're gonna skedaddle into town and see if I need to beat it there, if this tram has some other non-tram location where its games exist. Weird, that looks like a Magic... It looked like Magic the Gathering cards. Bunch of swamps and mountains in there. Yeah, his name is Murphy Pendleton. I mentioned this before you came on, but this is the first Silent Hill protagonist that I can think of that has 5 syllables in his name instead of 4. There's Harry Mason, there's Heather Mason, Harry Townsend, let's see, Alex, what's Alex's last name? Alex's last name might be the one that actually breaks the pattern. But yeah, anyway, this is it's a pattern that we're seeing. Finally, with the PlayStation 3 generation, we can get that extra syllable in there. Danger of death, keep off. Picking up. Okay. So far, this wrench is really looking like the best deal. Maybe they're giving me options in the event that I did, in fact, choose to harass that crow. Venom punish Pendleton. Yeah, Next, punished James Sunderland. Actually, everybody in Silent Hill would be a punished version of themselves. That's sufficiently eerie.
Looks like it opens from the other side.
Can I? No, can't do that. The zoom in key, yes, I agree, especially as background art has become higher resolution, and even if it is banal and common and uninspired, I still want to read the menu on the wall. I always want to read the menu on the wall. I'm about to encounter my first enemy.
Wow. Look at that. No 52. Flathead V8. No doubt about it.
Pardon.
Wicked old beast, ain't she? What? I said she's a wicked old beast. Me, I'm partial to something with a little less rust. But to each his own.
Look, I don't want any trouble. Just point the way out of town, and I'll keep right on going.
Now who said anything about trouble? Just trying to be helpful.
Yeah, when your conversational opener is, I don't want any trouble, it's kind of like opening up a letter with everything's fine. It's clearly everything is not fine. Hill is actually quite talkative. I'm running into NPCs left and right.
Afraid all the roads are out, every last one of them. Strangest thing.
What the?
Something wrong, son.
Did you see it? Up there in the window.
This is something I noticed in Silent Hill Homecoming, is
Never mind.
even among characters
Really desperate, you could try the old Skytram.
who are stuck in the other world, along with our main characters,
That's the spirit. Well, this mail ain't gonna deliver.
don't seem to be reacting
Good luck, Murphy.
as
Hope you
distressed
find whatever it is you're
to
looking
whatever is going on as I feel they should.
Hey,
I like to think this guy has been trying to deliver the same bag of mail for like 20 years. Changing to new clothes. Honestly, that mailman really had like a Deadly Premonition character feeling to him. No, 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 no. We still want that. Hmm.
hello? Anyone here?
Well, the coffee still looks good. Okay, it's interesting. Oh, so this is Murphy adding these objectives to a little booklet he's got. Okay. Gotta find some new clothes, keep a low profile. Can't keep wandering around with an inmate number scrawled across my back. Need to feel human again. That last point is pretty interesting. Although I gotta say, having the inmate number scrawled across his back doesn't hasn't really hurt him so far. How do I access my journal? No, let's get this back. It is in fact a damn fine coffee. I could have sworn that the instructions mentioned hitting the touchpad, which I'm playing on a PS4 controller, but that is not the controller this was made for, so I'm a little lost here. Oh, interesting. I can block. Pardon. Cold drinks, 1 degree Celsius. The hell? You're right. Oh! Because share, it probably maps to the select button. That's probably what it showed on the icon. I wasn't paying attention. I caught it out of the corner of my eye. So yeah, the select button being a rectangle probably stood in for that. Thank you. Huh. That is an interesting theory, Ark. Do notice I can't move. The game does map camera movements very precisely, and it's not the sort of slow, dramatic. It's not the sort of like slowly moving cinematic camera that I'm used to from games I'm playing like recently, like Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us 2. That's good. Nope, nope, don't stop. Oh, okay, there we go. No, there we go. Did you know Native Americans used to call Silent Hill home? Anthropologists know this because the various artifacts found here, specifically in the cave system surrounding Devil's Pit. A number of these relics indicate ceremonies being held for the deity Waxawi, suggesting his importance to the people here. In fact, one of the names given to this area was Waxawi Canesta, Nest of the Raven. Hey kids, is Silent Hill a special place to you? If you were naming this area, what would you call it? That son looks sufficiently traumatized from everything that it's seen in Silent Hill. Fresh wood is good. Yeah, it seems like probably given the nearness of time between like Native American habitation and European colonization, that would just be historians and not anthropologists.
They won't miss us.
Unless they are talking about like a Native American population prior to the ones that the colonists replaced by colonizing it, though I kind of think that might be more steps removed from the history than the game's going. Okay, tap left for it. No, don't do that. Yeah, there is an interesting subtext. I don't know how deliberate to a lot of the Silent Hill mythos with the cult, being that the notion that what happens is in some way a kind of punishment for the Puritan Protestant claiming of these lands from indigenous inhabitants. All right, that's that. I gonna find an item in the toilet? No, I guess you can flush the toilets in Silent Hill. The Inside Out group? How were they psychologically affected by that arc? That's really interesting. Alright, so there was an upstairs I think I could go to. This is definitely how I want to keep a low profile. I'm just trying dumb video game stuff right now to see if flushing the toilets while music is playing does anything. Nope, it in fact does not. Did I... My volume is down pretty low, so if there was any kind of scary noise, I think I just missed it. Stinginess or generosity? Interesting. Well, I can no longer run here. I'm guessing this is a dramatic... Oh, I can't go out. Alright, let's consider that done. Yeah, that's interesting that it is internalized in some way. Kept close to the heart. Oh, here's a door. Well, they did have the
Gas.
they did have the note that Murphy wanted to remove his uniform and get into regular clothes so he could feel human again. So it's maybe not entirely off the mark. Ah, the room. Actually split between two separate rooms. How big of a connecting portal does it take before two rooms become one? That's the question this map is asking me right now, and that one that I'm not prepared to answer. Wants me to unlock. Yeah, no. Well, with any kind of psychological research, you want to be careful. You want to know what the methodology is, who's doing it, how they're drawing their conclusions. Yeah, it's worth being skeptical of that, as with any kind of social science experimentation.
Oh
Well,
Anyone hear me?
Fire!
sure could go for some nightmare rain right now. Can I run past? Nope. Okay. No. Oh. I guess I can touch fire 3 times. Yes, Hamlet, I agree. I think it is a less on the nose retro diner. Probably, I mean, it was like 90s, right? I think that was probably, I mean, that's kind of, the diner in Silent Hill 1 was kind of closer to the sort of IHOP, Waffle House aesthetic.
Gas.
In terms of like historical time, so I think it kind of works as closer to being a period piece. And also, yeah, I think Silent Hill 1 takes place in the 90s.
Oh shit! Fire! Anyone hear me?
Fire!
Different clothes change behavior. I feel like someone has to have done something like that somewhere. Oh, in case of emergency, break glass. Well, guess who has... Oh. Come on, dude, you got a wrench. You pressed the otherworld alarm.
What the hell is this?
Looks closer at the warning. It says, to create emergency break glass. Like, geez, man. They just stick the same kind of alarm. And you just gotta read the fine print. I think the water is rising, and that killed me. Okay, so water can kill me immediately, though fire takes a few hits. Huh. Oh, a shock. You're probably right. The water probably got up to the level that the electrical exposed wiring was. So, my bad, game. You actually told me everything I needed to know for that to make sense. No, I would like this, please.
Shit. Did the water reach that breaker box? This can't be happening.
Oh. Oh! No, I want my wrench. Oh, that drained all the water out. Cool. Yeah, well, it's maybe not the most atmospherically paced introduction to the other world. Though an endless staircase to heaven is a nice variation. Is this the same window where I probably saw that figure hanging out at? Curious. Huh. Actually, this is kind of a first on stream. I think this is the first game I've ever streamed that I have not actually played beforehand. And you all get to watch me fumbling around in my native way as I try to solve problems based off what I know from game design and immersion. So I'm just going to check back here. Nope, nothing. Dipping bed. Mid-90s skate video. You're not wrong. Can I rotate it again? Oh, I guess... Can I hop up on it? Oh, it opens that door. Okay. Sorry, I was kind of fixated on watching the bed go up and down.
Murphy, run!
Was that him who said that? Oh. Oh wait, that's a monster that's pursuing me. Okay. See, they're kind of taking cues from Silent Hill Shattered Memories on that. Oh. Though it is a little weird that throwing oh wow, a ditch sliding sequence. It is a little strange that an amorphous blob or other dimensional creature can be deterred with a tipped over filing cabinet. I still think it's an okay mechanic. I just think maybe like a more concrete monster would have made that make a little more sense. And yeah, the Otherworld stuff is much more action-oriented. Is that thing following me yet? Let's see. Oh, hey. It's kind of, couch, chandelier, chair. So that is the floor of a room whose chandelier has collapsed, with two staircases that meet in the middle and go nowhere. It does have a Bioshock feel to it. This is some Art Deco elements. Though you might be responding to some of the music, which I can't hear. I think the MC Escher environment's kind of neat. Yeah, I've got the volume down very low so I can hear cues and vocalizations okay, but otherwise it comes over the microphone and screws up stream quality. It's like turning paintings is a system. Huh. Some sort of contraption house. Yeah, let me take a look at the painting. Oh, awesome. So that would be my chandelier room. And those are creepy dolls in it. Thank you for asking me to go back and look at that. Now I feel better about everything. Thankfully, I have my trusty security wrench. Though I'm wondering if those figures are now going to appear in this space. No, I don't see them yet. American McGee's Alice of the World. Yeah, I can see that. I'm wondering if those children doll-looking things are going to be the first enemies that I encounter. And yes, Hamlet, I agree. There's a lot influencing this that is not standard Silent Hill. Okay. One second. Oh, looks like this opened up. Or was this already open? No, there we go. Oh. All right. Buster, you gotta run. Also, is this thing beholden to the need to use catwalks? Not sure how scripted the suffering here is. I pressed right on the D-pad a bunch of times, which should have triggered some healing. And I wonder if I used that unnecessarily. I mean, I might MC Escher myself there yet. This is in fact a very long stairway to heaven. Am I even still being chased? Well, this looks like it's not going anywhere. So maybe we go back down? Yeah. Okay, I mean, as far as the transition goes, that's pretty cool. Having you run endlessly upstairs until you give up and turn back around, and all of a sudden your exit is right there. That's pretty cool. Oh. And here I am back here again. Just close this door. And never speak of it again. Is it still there on the other side? Yep, still there. Not doing... Nope, no. Not gonna really deal with that.
I'm losing my mind.
Oh, now this is open. Stairs to the stairs. What does my inventory look like? Yeah, I used all my healing items on that. And I don't know how necessary that was. Like, I genuinely don't know. I heard Murphy screaming and I assumed he was taking damage, but we're also sort of like in the early period of introducing monsters and stuff, so it's entirely possible some of that could be dramatic, and I am over-responding. It stopped by that. I mean, I would think so, but so yeah, it might have been draining. But I guess like the question that comes to mind is, did I use it when I was at, like if I have like a max of 10 HP, right? You can use a major healing item when you're at 9, just as well as you can when you're at 3. And I would rather use a first aid kit, which is typically like a medium heal when I'm kind of in the 2-3 range. So I'm wondering if I was just like, it was a slow burn damage. And, you know, if that was my situation. Key from the motel behind the diner. Is there a motel behind the diner? I guess this is the motel. Because these are rooms. Ah, yes. The underselling companion novel to Middlemarch. March. Accept the uncertainty as part of the horror. You know what? I can get behind that, honestly. As long as it doesn't like create a situation where I put myself into a corner and I don't have the healing items. I talk a little more and experience this more from the sort of more distance perspective of looking at like the design and everything on stream. No security wrench all the way, but I am actually an advocate of that approach, of accepting resource loss as part of the narrative that you are creating. Right, the March. Ah. New security wrench.
Sounds like I don't have much time.
This is getting into Jack Baker's basement territory here. Right, I'm looking for clothes. There. Waste not, want not. Returned to room 7:51 p.m. Showered. Shampooed hair twice in bed. Pink nighty. Fashion Drink magazine. Cheap Fandel. Ordered room service 5:32. House special fried dinner with milk. Half watching news program. Put tray outside doors. And clip toenails. It's all like detailed personal diary. Oversized men's button-up sheer. Shaved legs. 8:20 p.m. Bathtub. 9:30. Sleeps nude. Snores loudly. Oh, okay. I thought this was somebody's personal journal, but this is a voyeur. Okay. What could TC mean? I don't know, honestly. How do I feel about autosaves as nudges? I don't know. I understand the need to. I understand the desire to make that like evident to the player when things are autosaving, because you can corrupt your data if you switch it off while autosaving. But at the same time, it also is kind of a giveaway, right? It sort of spoils moments by letting you know that either something you have done is recorded, or you are about to encounter something that you will want to possibly restart at many times. Later round delay. Have a good night. Thanks for coming out. I was kind of hoping we get to a more firm stopping point. It is getting kind of near 10 p.m. here. I'm just going to see what's around this corner for calling it. Oh, here we go. Excuse me. Yeah, this is definitely tonally different from other Silent Hills. There we go. That's the example death I was expecting. Okay, yeah, there's the mask monster looking thing. Nope, no, dude. I don't want you to do that. I would like for you to lock on to her, please, and continue attacking in that fashion. Okay. And she dissolves away. All right. Yeah, I think he had it under control, and then Murphy stuck his nose where he didn't belong. But yeah, with that moment of combat and that introduction to what we can probably encounter more of in Silent Hill Downpour, we're going to call it a night. It's late. Dinner. Tend to this. sunburn. And thanks everyone for coming out. Again, on Saturday, we're going to do the next couple of scenarios in Resident Evil Outbreak File 1. And Tuesday next week, going to be back on this horse. So thanks for coming out, everyone, and have a great night. Combat is a gateway drug.